here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and I so appreciate you guys stopping back in here to see what I'm up to on this episode 6. If it's something different, I'll put that up there, but I believe this is going to be episode 6 of my 2017 Christmas Decor series. Yay! I'm zipping right on along here this year, and today we are going to be concentrating on this, what I have dubbed a cozy corner. And I'm going to take my phone off of there, and I'm going to explain to you about my cozy corners. For those of you who have been my subscribers for a year and know about my cozy corners, you might want to just speed through that little part because that might bore you, and I don't want to bore y'all. So I'm going to be doing this cozy corner. I'm going to be doing a little something different. Remember what I did with this garland the other day? Let me see if I can find some. There you go. With that garland the other day, well, I'm going to be mimicking that as I did on the wreath here on this ladder, and on garland on the ladder, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. Just trying to pull the whole design together here in this room anyway. When I move into the kitchen, a few different things will happen in there, and then on the table, of course, but regardless, first thing I'm going to do is walk you into, as you can see, the many bins sitting behind me here in the foyer. There's also bins that away and that away. So I'll show you all of my bins that are sitting there patiently waiting for me to get to them. And then I will explain my little cozy corner and how I put together a cozy corner. And then I will go out in the kitchen and take y'all out there and attach some of that ornament garland to the green garland with white lights that I have to go on here. And then we will come back out here and put together the cozy corner, and then we'll go back out to the kitchen and put together a centerpiece for this credenza that sits right here. I'm standing right beside my TV, see? And I need to put together a little arrangement that I have to sit on this credenza. And I'll show you the other little bit of decor that I've put on there. It isn't much, so. But anyway, come along with me as we work on this cozy corner and make a centerpiece. And as always, I'll chit-chat your ears off probably. Anyway, I'll be right back behind the camera. Alrighty, here we go. Let's walk on over here first. And here are all of my bins. There's part of the centerpiece that I'm going to be working on in a minute. And as you can see, I've already been pillaging and pulling from these bins, but they are everywhere. Still a bit of fall up here that needs to be taken downstairs. Those are the boxes at the garland for the staircase that's where that was stored. And look in here too. Oh my goodness gracious. And look in here. This is an order that I made after Christmas from Walmart. And I bet you can guess where this silver garland might be going. Hint. Oh, maybe right there. Let's see, where else? Well, maybe there on that hutch, or over there on that hutch, or all three. I'm not sure. But I did purchase those 3 boxes because it was on deep sale after Christmas last year. And then, of course, I have many bins in here too. And they just keep going on forever. So I may be moving along, but it's going to take me a while yet to get decorated. So anyway, here's my cozy corner bin. And that quilt will go on that Longaberger basket along with the pillows, and I have some other decor in there that I will show you when we get it put up. But again, for those of you who are not familiar with what I have dubbed my cozy corners, As you can see on my fireplace, y'all saw these the other day, and I don't even think I said that they were cozy corners, but I consider these cozy corners, which is just little vignettes of decor that I layer and build. And I usually start from the tallest point and work my way down in the diagonal usually, and then forward. And as you can see, I did the same thing over here. And you know what? Before I had my blog, I never really explained what I did. And I had to think about a way to explain how I do cozy corners. And my friend Liz, that you all, those of you who have been my subscribers for a while know, she's the one that encouraged me. Hi, Liz. Hi, Stella, if you're watching. Gotta give a shout out to you two girls who sit and watch my videos every Friday together. Bless their hearts. Love you girls. Liz is the one that encouraged me to start my blog, and she is the one that asked me to explain how I put together my cozy corners. So I wrote a blog about it, and I can attach that blog to this in the description of this video, but I'll explain it really quickly here. On my fireplace, in this corner, and in several other places, there are always what I call my staple pieces of my decor. Meaning there are pieces of the decor that will stay in place all through the year, and I only switch out the seasonal decor. For instance, my lantern centerpieces. My lantern, the candle usually, and the tray are my staple pieces in that case. In my cozy corner, in this cozy corner, it is my Longaberger basket, my grandmother's sewing basket, and this 6-foot ladder. And those three pieces stay in this corner throughout the year, and I just make it look different by replacing the decor. And that is what we're going to do today. But first, I need to work with I'm gonna just grab my tripod here. I need to work with my green pine garland with white lights, as you can see. I just plugged the lights in to make sure that it still worked. Last year I had these hanging on it, and that looked okay, but I thought I would try to ramp it up a little bit this year and try to put this on it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to turn. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to turn off here. What I did too, I brought over my little angel. She's going to go in there up on the ladder. She'll go on the top. And I just put some pipe cleaners in to her, so I have something to tie her on the ladder with, and then I hot glued. This is why I call this corner hang on, wait for it, my merry and bright cozy corner. So I glued some pipe cleaners onto the back of that. I'm fixing to cut these. I'll show you what I'm going to do. But anyway, let me get my camera set back up on my tripod and turned around here so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm going to get to working on this piece of garland here. Be right back. Okie dokie, here we are back. And I'm getting ready to okie dokie. Here we are. I'm trying to remember, and I've actually pulled up a picture on my computer here of how I did it last year, because I don't want to put this garland on a part of the garland I don't want to put part of the ornament garland on the pine garland unless it's going to be seen. And part of this garland goes behind this picture. So I think I'm going to follow my picture here and only put it where I think I'm going to need it. So, and I'll cut as I go. My little snippers here. I've got 2 pieces of this. This is left over from last year. Or actually, I thought it was 2. 1 piece, sorry. So I'm just going to find the end. And I want to leave myself a little bit of space to tie it onto the ladder. Just going to snug it right down there and grab some of this pine, maybe, and tie it on with a couple of pieces of pine. Just twist that pine right on like that. And I'm just going to go right to the bow, because after the bow it goes underneath of that picture. So do that. I might come out just a smidge on this side just to give myself a couple of ornaments on this side of the bow, but then I'm going to trim it. And when I take this down this year, it'll just be stored with this garland on it. All right, so I'm going to trim this off. There we go. Now, and of course, once I get it on the ladder, then I'll be able to really work with it. Now, I can tell you, because I don't have another ribbon on here until here, that this whole portion will be underneath that. Again, I'm going to start right here. And this is just 3 pieces of ribbon that I dovetailed and made look like a star and twisted in to those pieces of pine. So I'm just going to start right about there. Maybe just a smidge above it. And I'm going to put the pine behind, I don't know if you guys can see, behind a couple of the ornaments so that it doesn't slip out of so that the little ornaments will give it something to hold on to too, so it doesn't slip out, because this is going to be hanging vertically, you know. So, all right. And pretty much the rest of this needs to have garland on it. I'm just going to work my way down this garland, much like I did the staircase garland, only it's laying here instead of hanging on the steps. And fingers crossed, you guys, this is an experiment. I don't know whether this is going to work out right or not. Hopefully, when I get it over there, it'll go on there and not give me any problems. One never knows in crafting, huh? Just try to have a vision and go with it. And go right through the middle of these and grab it at the other side. That is it. There we go. And I still have a little bit more left if I want to add some down with the pillows and whatnot. All right, so there we go. That's all I need to do over here for the moment. So I'm going to pick up my tripod and take it back over there and see if I can get this on my Merry and Bright ladder. And Chris just walked in the door, so I may ask him for a little bit of help just tying it on, and then I might show you when I get it all on. That's probably a little bit easier because y'all don't need to see me struggling and trying to get this on. So I'll be back when I get it put on, and I'll give you a close-up, of course, of how I did it, and we'll have that merry and bright corner done. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back, and I've finished doing the latter part, and I will show you that in a minute. But I'm going to just finish up doing a little bit here on this Longaberger basket. As you can see, I've put a quilt on there, and you can kind of see that there are some cardinals on that. And just a couple of pillows with a snowman. And I'm going to go ahead and add just a few things just to, you know, bling it up a little bit. Come back. And that about does it. Oh my goodness. All right, so there we go for the merry and bright cozy corner. Now we're going to move back over into the kitchen, and I'm going to put together a little arrangement for the middle of the credenza there. So, okie dokie folks, I'm back, and I'm fixing to make a centerpiece that will sit on the TV credenza. So it can't be really tall because we don't want to mess with our view to the TV. So this fella will sit beside. And I decided I'm going to make a funky bow, and I'm either going to put it on the front here or I'm going to add it to the greenery here. And this is all the stuff that I had in it last year. So I'm going to work and those pine cones over there, and I don't know whether you can see the colored lights. I'm going to put a little strand of colored lights in. But first things first, let's make that funky bow. You know, and I'm going to make it with, oh my, okie dokie. First things first though, let's get this funky bow made. Here are the 3 ribbons I've chosen. Let's pull this fella up here. And this plaid, same plaid I used in that funky bow for that wreath, but at this time I'm going to add a couple of different widths. I thought I would try to make one with 1 2.5 inch width and 2 1.5 inch widths. We'll see how it works out. So first thing, I'm going to make a big one. So first thing I need to do is cut 3 lengths of each at 30 inches long. I'm sitting here because, as always happens when I'm decorating, my back is hurting again. This happened in my fall series too. It's not a big deal. It's not anything that's horrible. It's just I'm tired, a little bit tired, and my back, it gets tired. I'm tall, so when I do things here at this counter, I have to lean over a bit. So that does not make it too much fun for my back. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut these 3 lengths. And I'll probably speed through this a bit. Let me show you how I dovetail first though. And I always dovetail my ends before I make the bow. It's a little easier to do it that way. And I normally will fold my ribbon in half and cut from the edge up into a deep V. Let me put this camera down a little bit so you guys can see a little better. And do it this side too. There we go. Now, I'm going to speed through this since we did the Merriam Bright Corner too. I'm going to go ahead and speed through this part of making the funky bow so you all aren't bored to pieces. Be back as soon as I get the rest of the ribbon cut and dovetailed. And then we'll put together this bow. Be right back. All right, so I'm ready to make my bow. And on this bow, I want 10-inch tails and a 5-inch loop. So I'm going to go to 10 and then 20 and pull it together. Pinch it. Make sure I have a 5-inch loop. There we go. Pinch it together and then go to the underneath one and twist. And twist. And that way you'll bring the right side up. Next color. As you can see, I lined these up the way I want them to go into the bow. 10, 20, pull it together. Make sure it's a 5-inch loop, which it is. And I turn it the opposite direction this time and pinch it together. Go underneath, turn it right side up. These are both two-sided ribbon, so you really don't have to do this for a two-sided ribbon. You'll see that it makes a difference on this one though. This is a one-sided ribbon. Let's go ahead and do this. 10, 20. And pinch it together, and then go underneath there and twist so that right side is facing up. And your bow is it's gonna sit, you know, like this with the tails, you know, in and around it. So here we go, first 3 colors. Let's go second round here. 10, 20. And turn it the opposite direction. Pinch it, go under, flip. Twist that one around. Next one, my hand's starting to cramp. I'm going to speed up a smidge. 20. And twist. 10, 20. Opposite direction. Pinch. And I know those of you all have asked me, some of you have asked me if I pile them on top of one another. I kind of pile them side by side as much as I can, but invariably they kind of get jumbled and just get piled up on top of each other when you pinch them together. So don't worry about that. It doesn't hurt the bow if they're not next to one another and all in a line. It's fine. You're never going to know the difference. One more. What did I do with my pipe cleaners? Oh my goodness, they're way over there. 10, Sam needs to go out. You hear him in the background there. And this direction. 20. Hang on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna hold on to my bow and let Sam out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My hand is really cramping now after doing that. I did pick up my pipe cleaner on the way back. So you just put it right through the middle underneath your thumb, pull it around to the back, and use the hand that you're holding the bow closed with as resistance and pull tight and twist. And there you have a funky bow. Well, kinda. Needs a little help right now, obviously. But as I always say, and I've said about a zillion times in the last several days, the most important thing to do with any bow that you make is the fluffing. Fluff, fluff, fluff. That is what makes them so pretty. All right, now I haven't decided how I want to use this bow, so I'm not going to do anything with the tails quite yet. There you can see. Pretty funky bow. All right, now first thing I want to do with this is I have to visualize how it's going to sit, which is going to sit just like this part being closer to the TV, sitting up like the TV would be hung there. So I can either put this right here in the front, which is where it probably will go, or in with the greenery. But I don't want to do that because I have all of these things that I purchased to go with it. So I'm gonna put my camera back up a little bit so you guys can see a little better what I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is add this greenery. And of course, I'm going to take some time to fluff it out. It's been stuck in a box all winter, or all summer. Winter and summer, I guess. And this is nothing more than just a remnant from a pine garland that I used in years past. Nothing special with this. But the more time you take to fluff it out, like the bows, it makes them look bigger and prettier and fuller than it really might be. All right, so I just kind of twist it and lay it down in there. Try to fill it up all the way around. And again, I'm going to be kind of making a diagonal arrangement. Remember, I'm going to probably put that on the front. I'm going to go ahead and snug this down in the back. Let me see if I have it on timer. Steady on. There we go. And I'm going to wait a little bit before I twist that around everything. So let me open this up and see what in the world I had in here. My family is a bunch of flakes. Let's see. I remember rice, I think one of these, I bought these snowflakes from Home Goods last year, and they're wooden. I just love these, and they kind of match the sled. I got the sled, by the way, at Home Goods too last year. So I think I just had these kind of stuck in and around. Kind of want to build that up in the back a little bit, but remember, I don't want it too tall because of the TV. It needs to be kind of but I want to be able to read it too. And then I just have some gold from Walmart. I got these from Walmart, just snowflakes. And again, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just doing what looks good to my eye at this moment in time. I'm not trying to mimic what I did last year by any stretch of the imagination. I think I'm going to save out one of these snowflakes and one of the gold ones and this bell on the tabletop. Go ahead and put 3 snowflakes in here. Hang on a second. That looks okay. Now let me, and I just have these tiny little Christmas balls from Walmart. They came in a whole, like a little plastic container of them. And that is about it for the inside. Let me take these lights and wrap them around and in and through. And I want them colored. I just want them something a little different. I'm going to have colored lights will go on our big family Christmas tree because everybody likes colored lights. So I just thought I would just put colored in this just for something a little different. There we go. And I'm liking that. Again, it's going to be sitting there like that. So, my goodness, that pine has weeped all over me. And then this fella will sit like this with the snowflakes and the bell, keeping him company, something like that. I'll have to get it over there. So I am definitely going to put this funky bow right here. I know it does have twine on it, but we'll just tuck that in there. We're going to go a little bit more blingy this year and do this funky bow. I'm going to tie it right on the front here. Again, it's going to be facing this way, so I kind of want to turn it just a smidge this way. I'm going to cut down some of those wacky tails in the back there, my goodness. I don't think I need them to be quite that wild and crazy. All right, I'm going to get it over there, and I'm going to play with it a little bit on the top of the credenza, and I will come back with some final words. Hey y'all, I'm back for just a second. I forgot to put some of these, let me put this back down here, pine cones, these red pine cones, and I just stuck them in and around. And I also did have these on that Merry and Bright Cozy Corner last year, but I thought, why don't I stick these in here too? They look pretty. So I just stuck those in too on my way back over there. So I thought I should come back on and show you that this is what I made, but this is not what you saw me make just a minute ago. So there we go. All right, now I'm gonna take it over there and get it into place, and I'll be right back with some final words. Okie dokie, everyone, here we go. Here are my 2 finished projects for the day. Here is the Merry and Bright Cozy Corner. And I love the way it looks after adding that ornament garland in that pine garland. I just love this stuff. It will go, actually I think that's all. I think that's all the places that I'm going to use it. Once I move out of the family room, I won't use it anymore. I'll be using other things in that area. But anyway, the Merry and Bright Cozy Corner. Wish I could remember where I got that vintagey looking pillow. I love that. I think I got it at, I want to say Home Goods a couple of years ago. And then here is my family is a bunch of flakes centerpiece. And I've got that funky bow all fluffed up and trimmed up and kind of pointed this direction. Boy, am I happy with how that turned out. Isn't that just pretty? Wow. Just love these funky bows, you guys. And there's the centerpiece up close. And then I really didn't do a whole lot more to the top of the credenza. Here's that table runner I got from, which one? And that, I believe. And I'll put, I don't have anything in them yet, but I'll put some battery operated candles in the 2 red vases on the side. And everything is pretty low profile here because, you know, the TV is large and in charge there. So just very subtly Christmas with a big funky bow. Let me get back. I'm not going to be doing a whole entire house tour until I do my home tour, but you guys can see where I'm going. Alrighty, that's it for this one. Episode 6 is done, you guys. On to episode 7. Haven't a clue what I'm doing yet, so I don't know what'll be in episode 7. But for now, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.